Welcome students, Standard 2nd, Subject EVS, Lesson number 1, Movements of the Body. So student, in the previous standard, that is first standard, we have learned about the parts of the body. Head, neck, chest, abdomen, arms and legs are the main parts of the body. Second, the uses of the parts of the body. The uses of the main organ of the body and the sense organ. Third, the similarity and the difference. Students, though the parts of the body of each one of us are same, yet each one of us appears to be different from the other. We look different, no? Okay, now let us proceed further. Open your textbook page number 5. Students, since the time we get up in the morning till we go to bed at night, we endlessly do some work or the other. For this purpose, the continuous movement of our body is necessary. Now, first point, movement of the legs. Students, we use our legs quite frequently. The movement of our legs help us to walk, run, jump, etc. The ankles and the knees of the legs help us to bend. The toes bend too. We are able to lift our legs from the groins. Look at the pictures showing the movements of the legs. Now in the first picture, to walk, movements of the ankle. Ankle means the skeletal joint which connects the foot with the leg. Okay. Now see the next picture, to run. Movements of the toes and the knees. You can see in the picture, toes and the knee. The boy is running, he is bending his knees. Knee means the middle joint of the leg that allows the leg to bend. Toes means what? Similar to the fingers of the hand. As you are having 5 fingers on your hand, in the same way at the end of the foot there are 5 fingers, that is the toes. Okay. To skip. So here ankles and toes are used. In the next picture, to skip with the help of the skipping rope. So in this picture, which parts of legs are used here? Ankles and the knees. In the next picture, the girl is dancing. So here ankle, knee and groin is used. In the next picture, what you can see here? To climb. So ankle, knee and groin is used. That is your parts of your legs. Next, what you can see here? To sit cross-legged. Ankle, knee and groin. 8. To ride a bicycle. So ankle, knee and groin. Groin means above your knee, the part above the knee. Okay student? So here what we have learned? Movements of the legs. Now next here, second point, movement of the arms. So student, the hands are the most important parts of our arms. We can move our hands very often. We can pick up things with the help of our hands. In the same way, we are able to write, eat our food and do a lot of other works with our hands. So your hands are also very important. Next, we can bend our wrist and elbow. Wrist means the part between your palm and the forearm. And elbow means joint between forearm and the upper arms. So we are even able to move our shoulder. So when we do exercise, we are able to move the shoulders. Yes or no? You are doing the exercise. And what is the use of fingers? You can write, you can eat your food, etc. Okay. Now look at the pictures showing the movements of the hands. So see the pictures here. The girl is drawing the rangoli. So which parts of the hands is used? Fingers. Next, to write, fingers and wrist. Yes or no? When you are writing, which part of the hand is used? Your fingers and the wrist. Next, to hammer a nail in the wall, fingers, wrist and elbow. You can see in the picture here. Fourth, to eat food, fingers, wrist and elbow. Now see the fifth picture. What you can see here? The girl, what she is doing? With the help of the sticks, she is removing the clothes. So, to remove clothes from the clothesline with the help of the stick, which part of the hand is used? Fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulders. Okay, students. Now, see the sixth picture here. What the students are doing? They are playing badminton. So, to play badminton, which part of hand is used? Fingers, wrist, elbow and shoulder. So students, today we have learned about movement of the legs and movement of the arms. Okay students, I hope you have understood this lesson. Thank you.